team can be the heroes.
Nobody expected these movies to deliver, and yet, here we are. From Netflix to Disney plus to Hulu, 2025 quietly became the year of surprise hits.
Here we go.
Some broke franchises, others built new ones, but all of them proved one thing: hype means nothing if the story hits.
Incoming swell. Brace for impact. No!
Here are 10 movies from 2025 that shocked everyone by actually being great. Number 10, Dangerous Animals.
And you and me, we fend for ourselves. We're sharks.
Few horror thrillers manage to blend survival tension with serial killer dread as effectively as Dangerous Animals. Directed by Sean Byron, the film begins like a standard shark diving adventure off Australia's Gold Coast until it morphs into something far more sinister. When tourists go missing, a charismatic but unhinged boat captain becomes the center of a horrifying mystery that plays out across the open sea. Hassie Harrison delivers a raw, physical performance as a woman fighting both her captor and the elements, while Jai Courtney gives one of his most unhinged roles to date. With practical effects, eerie ocean cinematography, and bursts of brutal realism, it turns familiar shark movie thrills into psychological horror. Part captivity nightmare, part maritime slasher. Dangerous Animals proves that sometimes the scariest predators aren't under the water, they're standing right beside you. Number 9, The Naked Gun, Paramount Plus.
Seems Mr. Drebin might be more of a problem than we thought.
Comedy reboots rarely work, but The Naked Gun pulls off the impossible, reviving a decades-old parody series with the perfect mix of absurdity and affection. Directed by Akiva Schaffer and produced by Seth MacFarlane, the 2025 sequel passes the baton from Leslie Nielsen's iconic Frank Drebin to his son, played by Liam Neeson, whose deadpan delivery turns out to be comic gold. The film leans into the ridiculous, exploding cars, nonsensical shootouts, and running gags that hit harder because of Neeson's stone-faced seriousness. Pamela Anderson adds a surprising warmth to the chaos, while Paul Walter Hauser and Danny Houston chew scenery with glee. At just 85 minutes, it's brisk, self-aware, and consistently funny. A rare studio comedy that remembers the first rule of slapstick: commit completely or don't bother. Number 8, She Rides Shotgun.
And he's got cops on his payroll.
She Rides Shotgun takes the familiar bones of a crime thriller and injects it with bruised humanity and raw emotion. Directed by Nick Rowland, the film stars Taron Egerton as Nate, an ex-con on the run with his young daughter after a violent gang puts a target on their backs. What begins as a frantic road movie slowly becomes a story about redemption and fractured family. Equal parts hell or high water in Leon, the professional. Egerton delivers one of his most grounded performances to date, balancing grit and vulnerability, while young newcomer Anna Sophia Hager steals the film with a quiet, heartbreaking intensity. Fueled by a pulsing electronic score from Blanc Mass and dust-covered cinematography, She Rides Shotgun is a modern neo-noir that hits hard and lingers even harder. Number 7, Eddington. With Eddington, Ari Aster trades occult horror for political hysteria, and somehow makes it just as disturbing. Set in small-town New Mexico during the pandemic, the film follows a sheriff and a mayor locked in a bitter election that spirals into conspiracy, chaos, and bloodshed. Joaquin Phoenix and Pedro Pascal give powerhouse performances, embodying two men warped by paranoia and power. Aster shoots the desert like a fever dream, where every sunset feels toxic and every conversation teeters on delusion. Beneath the satire and violence lies a grim reflection of modern America, fractured, angry, and desperate to believe in something. It's long, divisive, and defiantly strange, but also unforgettable. Eddington isn't just a movie, it's a mirror, one that dares you to look and decide what side you're really on. Number 6, Last Breath, Prime Video.
Where's our power?
Dead in the water. We're drifting out of control.
based on the true story that inspired the 2019 documentary Last Breath, plunges viewers into a nightmare 300 feet below the North Sea. Woody Harrelson, Simu Liu, and Finn Cole star as deep-sea divers trapped in a life-or-death race against time when a catastrophic equipment failure severs communication and air supply miles beneath the surface. Director Alex Parkinson, who also made the original doc, rebuilds the story with stunning realism, using practical effects and chilling underwater cinematography that makes every minute feel suffocating. Harrelson grounds the chaos with weary leadership, while Cole delivers a breakout performance as a man fighting both the ocean and his own fading consciousness. Last Breath isn't flashy, it's raw, tense, and terrifyingly human, reminding us how thin the line is between survival and surrender. Number 5, 28 Years Later, Netflix.
The thing for something different.
2 decades after the rage virus first tore through Britain, 28 Years Later returns, and it's more haunting than ever. Director Danny Boyle and writer Alex Garland reunite for a brutal, reflective take on a world that survived the infection, but not the paranoia it left behind. Jodie Comer and Aaron Taylor Johnson deliver gripping performances as a family, fighting to stay alive in a quarantined Britain ruled by fear, isolation, and decaying morality. The infected are faster, smarter, and eerily human, but it's the survivors who are truly unraveling. Shot with wide, unflinching beauty and set to an unsettling score by young fathers, 28 Years Later is a ferocious return to form, a post-apocalyptic nightmare that feels uncomfortably close to reality. Number 4, Relay, Hulu.
That's my job.
In Relay, Riz Ahmed delivers one of his most quietly electrifying performances yet. He plays Ash, a mysterious fixer who helps whistleblowers expose corporate corruption while hiding behind a telecommunications relay service for the deaf. But when a new client, Lily James, draws him into a dangerous cover-up, his world of coded calls, fake identities, and moral compromise begins to unravel. Directed by David Mackenzie, Hell or High Water, the film pulses with sleek tension and paranoia straight out of 1970s conspiracy thrillers. Every scene hums with uncertainty. Who's watching, who's lying, and who still believes in the truth. It's a slow burn thriller for the digital age, where silence isn't safety, it's strategy. Relay is sharp, stylish, and unnervingly plausible. Number 3, Thunderbolts, Disney+.
That can raise to glory.
After years of fatigue, Thunderbolts proved Marvel still had something new to say, and something worth watching. Florence Pugh leads an unlikely team of anti-heroes forced together on a mission that blurs the line between redemption and revenge. Instead of glossy perfection, the film dives into broken people, trauma, and moral gray areas, all while keeping the action grounded and raw. Jake Schreier directs with a sharp focus on emotion over spectacle, and Sun Lux's haunting score gives it a tone closer to the Batman than Guardians of the Galaxy. The result isn't another save-the-world blockbuster, it's a story about survivors trying to find meaning in chaos. Thunderbolts shocked everyone by being bold, emotional, and genuinely different. Number 2, Predator, Killer of Killers, Hulu. Just when everyone thought the Predator franchise had run out of ideas, Killer of Killers came swinging back, literally and violently. Directed by praised Dan Trachtenberg, this animated anthology throws the iconic hunter across centuries, pitting it against Vikings, samurai, and World War II fighter pilots in a brutal series of connected stories. Each chapter is told with striking style, using Unreal Engine animation that feels halfway between Arcane and Akira. The result is lean, bloody, and breathtaking, a violent meditation on what it means to be the ultimate predator. Benjamin Wallfish's pounding score and the return of familiar faces, including a few legendary cameos, make it feel like a love letter to fans. Simply put, Killer of Killers isn't just good, it's the best Predator movie in years. Number 1, Bugonia.
I've done a ton of research on this. You're killing our planet.
Yorgos Lanthimos and Emma Stone reunite for Bugonia, and it's every bit as wild, uncomfortable, and brilliant as you'd hope. A remake of the Korean cult classic Save the Green Planet, this absurdist sci-fi thriller follows two conspiracy theorists who kidnap a powerful CEO, convinced she's an alien plotting humanity's extinction. What begins as dark comedy spirals into full-blown chaos, with Jesse Plemons and Stone giving some of the year's most unnerving performances. Lanthimos blends black humor, paranoia, and visual precision into a story that's both hilarious and horrifying. It's a film about obsession, belief, and how far people will go to feel like they're saving the world. Bugonia is twisted, daring, and utterly unforgettable. Exactly the kind of madness that reminds you why movies exist. And that's the list. Proof that 2025 wasn't just sequels and safe bets. These 10 films took risks, surprised audiences, and reminded us why movies still matter. Not just for the spectacle, but for the moments that make you sit back and say, wait, that was actually great.
Right places, please. And action.
So now it's your turn. Which one caught you off guard this year? Drop your pick in the comments below. If this video helped you rediscover why you love movies, make sure to hit like, subscribe, and share it with a friend who's tired of saying they don't make them like they used to. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you at the next unexpected masterpiece.